So, great job of your scent inventory. You spent about 2 minutes letting him walk around the area, get his nose cleared of everything that's out there, so he kind of can identify the different types of distracting odor before he starts his track. So, real good job. You can tell that he detected the odor of our scent article from a distance because he takes you right into it right here. Now, part of the problem that we have is young Mr. Mogwai is very orally fixated and he loves these soft objects. And even though he picks up the track really, really well, he's so focused on the article and kind of playing with it that he starts to forget about the track. And you're going to end up having a couple minutes of nothing but distraction work where he's just playing around, and it's all because of this article. And we're lucky that he actually picks up the trail later on and doesn't drag you too far off of it. He picked up something right here. That was some type of distracting odor. I don't know exactly what it was, but you could tell by the behavior that it was something. And it worries me a little bit because shortly hereafter, you're going to see him lower his belly and probably roll a little bit in some feces. And it could be the track of a coyote or something like that. And a lot of times with these high drive hunting dogs, they like to mask their odor on other animal scent. We're going to see that here in just a second. So he picks it up again right here, whatever this distracting track is, and watch this behavior right here. You see that? He just detected something. Now he lowers himself into it, and more than likely he's getting some cover scent on him from a critter. So I think your distraction here was a coyote, not positive, but very good chance that's what it was. But the bottom line is this playing with the scent article has caused him to get way too distracted. So now it's time to use a scent stump, and I'm going to talk about that in the next video later. But what a scent stump is nothing more than an object that the dog can't take with them. We want a hard object like metal. It could be a milk bottle full of water, anything that he's not going to be able to lift and pick up. We can go back to the soft articles later, but for now what we need him to do is just take scent and then hit the track. The problem with taking away the scent article from him, and you already know this, is that it'll just create a game for him, and he's going to want to pick it up and play with you all the time. So you always have to ignore the dogs when they do this. Don't take it from them. Don't play with it. Because if you take it with him, then it's going to become a game of retention, and he's going to want to retain it. Now, interestingly, after we do get done playing around with all this stuff, he picks up the initial track again pretty well, and we get off, going in the correct direction. Now, one of the things that you can do in a situation like this, when you see him hunting around a little bit and he's dropped the article, as you go by the article, kind of pick it up and maybe stick it inside your pocket or your shirt. That way he doesn't come back and pick it up again. Now, what's nice about this whole thing, as I said, is he does pick up the trail, and it was on the original path that he originally had taken, but the scent article kind of screwed us up on that. And it's also kind of still screwing us up a little bit because he's not as powerful on the track as he possibly could be. Because the longer they're on a distraction or the longer they're screwing around, their trailing level actually starts to drop off a little bit. And they can sometimes actually get completely disinterested in the trail. That doesn't happen here, but it will happen in the next trail that you do shortly hereafter. I do like the fact that we've gone to the long lead and you hanging on to it. We don't have to have anything dragging behind him anymore. And he doesn't seem to be too affected. I mean, he did check on you right there because it went up underneath his leg. And it's like, hey, what the hell is going on here? But for the most part, his drive is staying consistent, and he's doing really well. So really good work. I love how you recognized where there wasn't a track and where there was a track, and you waited him out for the entire time. Really good work.
Good boy. Shit.
Okay, so right here we're going to run into another distraction of some sort.
You
I
good?
can't tell you
No worries.
exactly what it is, but it's
What happened?
probably critter related.
You good?
He's into something really nicely. It could also be, again, another coyote odor,
Leave
but
it.
look
Let's
how
go.
he's wagging his tail right there.
Mogwai,
It's
leave it.
definitely
Let's go.
distraction odor. You catch it nicely, give him a good correction, and he gets back to work. So good job there.
Hold on, buddy. Let me get you. Let me get you untangled, buddy. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. There you go, big man. Let's go. Oh, there he goes.
So now we have the beginnings of a really great alert. This is super obvious. Look at that nose. He's painting a picture of an air scent and maybe even perhaps the direction of it. So really great air scent, very easy to work and very obvious that he's right close to his subject. So fantastic job. Really good job handling, Christine, going from no lead to picking up the 30-foot lead now. Good job.
Good boy, Mogwai. Good boy. Got it. Leave it. Leave it. Hey, leave it. Mogwai, leave it. Thank you. Get it. A little peepee time real quick. Oh, shit. Hey, leave it. Mogwai, thank you.
Okay, so our pup here has been messing around with this
Hey,
soft
leave it.
scent article
Quit
now
eating that
for
stuff,
a
buddy.
little over 2 minutes, which is a little bit too long because what happens is their drive for the track begins to get reduced after so long a time. And just like a kid with ADD, they're going to kind of forget what they're supposed to do. And even if they do get back to work, sometimes it's not with the drive that they could have had. So my suggestion is for Mogwai, we need to go to what I call a scent stump. And a scent stump is something he's not going to be able to pick up real well. And this can be a rock, it could be a big bottle of water full of water, anything that he's not going to be able to pick up and chew. A metal pipe, The problem is he's self-rewarding with the scent article because he knows what it means, and he's having fun with it. And if he has too much fun for too long, then it can actually screw your trail up. Now, in the first video, he didn't concentrate on the article for quite so long
No,
and was able to pick up the trail pretty easily, and we could see by the video.
Let's go, buddy.
But in this one, it looks like your time threshold was just a little bit too long, and we kind of lost him. And that's just my opinion. So next tracks, let's go away from the rag and use a hard object. It could be a metal pipe, it could be a knife, it could be a rock, whatever you can think of. We just don't want him to pick it up. And we're going to use those items for the time being until he's just hitting the article and going past it real quick, and then we can go back to clothing. This is real common with a lot of pups that are orally fixated. Mals and shepherds go through this phase quite a bit, and so the scent stump is our solution each and every time. So in my opinion, I think that the viability of this trail was compromised really early on by the scent article, and I don't think he's really been working or been on since that time. So my position is I would stop him now. You wait until several minutes later, and I think that's a little bit too long because he's just dicking around with us right now, and it's all because of, well, he's a puppy and he's just having fun. We're going to have these days. But we need to change the scent articles. Let's get away from rags and things that he can chew because it's generating an ADD moment.
He's laying down.
And we just don't want that. So I fast forwarded through 4 minutes of video, mainly because it's much the same, not a lot of work and primarily distraction, and you're getting a lot of it here. So my suggestion is learn how to stop a little sooner. 4 minutes of not really working well is too long. We can't let him act this way for so much time because it just reinforces the bad behavior. My rule of thumb is if the dog is off the track, obviously, and you can tell by the behavior, and we've had 1, 2, maybe 3 incidents. At 2 or 3 incidents plus no work, I'm going to go ahead and stop them.